So after about 3.5 hours of assembly, the Brady Hound brand exclusive mobile suit is finally complete. What do you guys think? I think it is a really good looking mobile suit. I really like the color separations, and I particularly like the two swords that you could see. I think those two swords are the main highlight of the Brady Hound. So with all the parts cut out from the runners, I have only done a straight build of the mobile suit. I have also applied the stickers, and that's about it. What you see is pretty much straight out from the box. I haven't even done any panel linings on the mobile suit, so it is very bare. So in terms of stickers, all I have got left are stickers 4, 5 and 6, and they are for the second head unit, which I have the spare part here, so that you will need when you transform it for transportation mode. Then you put in those 3 black lines on the head unit, so it will look like the mobile suit is disabled, and when it's enabled you will see the effect on the other 3 stripes, which has the green coloring in the middle. And I've also used sticker 7, which are 2 squared stickers which are on the rival, and then the last number 8 sticker that is actually inside the translucent purple area, which I will show you guys later on in the video. So that's all the stickers I've got left, and only one part in the runner left, and that's the second head unit. As you can see, the Brady Hound, I have the 2 opened hands on at the moment. I think they look really good. And also comes with the kit, you will have these second hand, which are closed fist. Like that. So it does have a hole in the middle, but you need to slide the blue part or the hand armor down in order to form a perfect rectangular hole like this. Then you could slot the sword or the rifle in, just like that. You can see the blue parts come down further, and when you're not holding the weapon you can slot this up. Oops, it would look like that, but I prefer the open hand position. I think the fingers look really good, but if I do need to pose it with the weapon, then I will have to use the closed fist. And then you guys have already seen the rifle, which looks pretty cool. As you can see, I haven't done anything apart from cutting out the parts from the runners and then straight assemble of all the parts, so you can see the cut marks are quite visible. I do try my best to make it as leveled as possible, but I didn't use any sanding stick at all. So this is the rifle, and you can remove certain parts on the rifle as well. So if I remove the rocket launcher, which is this part, you can remove it, and also the magazine here, you could remove that as well. There's a slot there, you just slot it back in, and just the rifle itself, or with the grenade launcher. So you just clicked it back in just like that. It's a pretty cool rifle, I have to say. So these are all the spare parts you have, apart from the Brady Hound itself. I would say it looks pretty much like what you see in the anime. It is quite accurate. So with the mobile suit fully assembled, I will be able to show you all the articulation. So the arms, you can twist it all the way around, same as the other side. You can twist the shoulder to make the arm bend backwards or outwards. There's another joint here. And that's the closest you could guess. There's no double joint, so you can't physically bend the arm any closer than that. And then the hand, there is a ball joint there, so you can rotate that as well as tilting it inwards and outwards. And the shoulder, you could lift this up and down as well. There is another ball joint. There's also another joint here, so you can make this go outwards or pointing inwards. The translucent part, you can't really move it, but the actual eye or the head unit, you can actually tilt this left and right. Let me try and show you. It's quite tight, so now it's looking to its right, and now it's looking at the other direction. And I'll leave it in the center position, because behind this is a ball joint, so you could tilt the eyes as well, but I'll try and make it as level as I can for now. The waist, you can turn it left and right as well, and you can also get the abs crunch forward and backwards, and you can tilt it sideways as well. It's pretty cool. The two sword is attached underneath the armpit area, and you can move it. There's an hinge. The hinge only allows you upward and downwards motion. But it is pretty cool. It does hold the sword in place and is very, very secure. And then the legs, they do move inwards, outward. You can kick forward and kick backward as well. And the front skirt armor, you can tilt it. Side skirt is on a ball joint, so you can lift it and rotate it as well. And also the rear skirt, you can pull it out, and then you could lift it further up as well, but that is more for the transformation. So you can lift this out and then just lift this. So you can make it flat as well. You see the hinge there? You can push it back in once this is done. And then to the legs, as I mentioned earlier, there is a joint, forward kick, that's the maximum, and then backwards, it's that much because it's blocked by the rear skirt. Unless you pulled it out and flick it upwards, then you could pretty much make the left leg horizontal. And then the kneecap, there is a joint there, and the kneecap also move as well. You can see it here. So you can straighten the thing, and this kind of fit perfectly to the upper leg. It's pretty cool. And then to the ankle, there is another joint, so you can flick it out or bend it in. You can rotate forward and backward as well. And then to the actual toe area, you can see this. You could move that as well. But you only move that when you transform it to the transformation mode, and same as the rear. It's pretty cool. Try to make it stand. Here we go. So in terms of articulation, the Brady Hound is pretty good, and I think he's quite a good looking robot as well. So what I will do now, I will try and put on the weapons, and then I will strike a different pose for the Brady Hound, and I will show you guys a more dynamic pose. So give me 1 minute. I will change the hands to let the Brady Hound to hold the two swords. So I'll be back in 1 minute. Here we are. We have the Brady Hound holding up the two swords in front of him. It's quite a cool pose, I have to say. And in terms of articulation, I think the Brady Hound is pretty top class, even though it doesn't have the double joint like the real grade 1:144 scaled mobile suit. But I think because of its design and the internal structure, it does allow a lot of flexibility on the Brady Hound, even though most of the joints are just a single joint. And I will show you guys in another pose of the Brady Hound holding the two swords, and you guys will know exactly what I mean. So I'll come back to you guys in just a sec. Here we have another pose of holding the two swords, but with the left hand one holding the sword backward. I think he looks rather cool. He looks like a Japanese samurai soldier. I still think the articulation for the Brady Hound is pretty impressive, especially for the ankle joint. You can really bend the ankle to accommodate the very extreme positioning of the Brady Hound. So what I'll do next, I'm going to show you guys with the Brady Hound holding the rifle, and also the left hand with the open hand supporting the rifle as well. So let me show you guys. And now we have the Brady Hound holding up the rifle with the right arm, and the left hand is there supporting the rifle as well. And I've also replaced the two swords to the back. What do you guys think now? I think he looks rather dynamic with different poses, and I think he looked really good in this holding rifle position. And you also see the two swords at the back as well. I think it looks pretty cool. So what I am going to do next is to try to test this articulation to get this position. So he is kneeling down with the right leg, and he also has his left hand holding up the sword. The other sword is still attached to the underside of the left arm, and the right arm is holding the rifle. So I'll try and position the Brady Hound to this position, and I will show you guys whether that is actually possible or not. So give me a few minutes and I'll come back to you guys. Okay, here it is, guys. That is the best I could do for this position. I think it looked pretty close to the photo, and it is possible to strike that position if you want. And obviously I only did it over a minute or two. If you really spend time on playing with the articulation, I'm sure you will be able to strike a much better pose as well. But just to show you guys the level of articulation on the Brady Hound, I think that position does its justice quite well. I haven't decided what position I'm going to leave the Brady Hound on display, so I will play around with the Brady Hound a little bit more before I will decide on the final position, and I will leave it as it is. So hopefully I will be able to find a nice position for the Brady Hound. Hope you guys liked the video and the end product of the Brady Hound Brad exclusive. As I mentioned before, I think the Brady Hound is a pretty good model of the mobile suit, and I can strongly recommend it plainly based on the two swords as well as the articulation on the body. And if you guys are interested to know the overall height of the Brady Hound when the mobile suit is standing up straight, it is about 13.5 centimeters tall. So it doesn't require a lot of space to display the Brady Hound. And obviously if you would rather position the Brady Hound in a attacking mode, then you will need a little bit more space to accommodate it. But all in all, it is a very good model kit, and I can't recommend it enough. It is quite straightforward to build as well. It is not too complicated. There's not that many parts, but there's still tons of articulation on the mobile suit. So if you haven't got one in your collection, I can definitely recommend it. So until the next video, I hope you guys have fun with your mobile kit as well as the model car collections. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.